transform trainers into facilitators?
Okay, how do I transform trainers into facilitators? I just hire people who have a background in being street corner magicians or improv comedians. And if you look at trainer training, we preach three important things. And all three of them are counterproductive, makes people dysfunctional. One of which is a focus on the content. You got to know the content in order for you to be a trainer. Maybe yes, maybe no. Content is absolutely irrelevant. By the way, my plan this evening is to irritate at least 80% of you. It's not that the same thing will irritate all 80%. I have an equal opportunity set of irritants, and I will try things. So content is absolutely unnecessary. By the way, anybody want to challenge me? Do it because, yes?
I don't want to challenge you. I was wondering if I could take you on my next job interview. When I try to convince a subject matter expert that, no, really, I am a really good trainer, but
good.
Give me a
And
different stuff, I'll be able to teach you.
Exactly. And here is what I do to convince. By the way, there is a book called Making It Stick. I think that's the title of the book. And the authors, the Heath brothers, talk about the curse of knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the worse human being you are. I'm just quoting them. I'm not making this up. And the more content you have, the more impatient you get, the more deadly, dull, boring you get, and the more useless you are when it comes to training. And the people, when they want information, they don't go to a training session. They do Google. They go online. You got to be stupid if you're spending money to go learn how to use Microsoft Word. Used to be, when I was growing up, all content was proprietary. We had great joy in hiding the content. We said, you got to be a Brahmin in order to understand this. And now, anybody can get the latest content. The second thing you are drilled into is you got to be consistent. The ancient Hindu philosopher Oscar Wilde said, consistent is the hobgoblin of small minds. Consistent, if you truly, really believe in principles of adult learning, I don't know too much about that except taking Greg's courses on the adult learner. One of the maxims is all adult learners have individual difference. They bring a wide amount of rich experience when they come to learn from you. So you got to teach each learner, each group differently. And if you're teaching consistently, you are absolutely stupid. You are being a hypocrite. You're preaching something and practicing something else. I don't teach trainers how to be consistent. I teach them how to be inconsistent. And I call it flexible because that's politically more correct. And I train people by saying, hey, come on down here. Now, I want you to give the information in a very specific fashion. I hold up my next hand. Now, pretend you're doing a graduate level course. Talk total gobbledygook. Get into levels of abstraction which nobody can understand. Talk about metacognitive schemata and innate knowledge. So you got to be able to do it. Now make it active. Now make it passive. Make it highly competitive. Make it highly cooperative. Make it fun. Make it deadly, dull, boring. Because in any given group of people, there are some people who relish deadly, dull, boring lectures. They cannot cope with humor or fun. So I train a lot of people on how to be flexible. And the best way for me to train, I don't think it's a training function. I think it's a mindset kind of a function. I hire people who are already arrogant, and I don't have to train them. I just tell them, you can do it, go do it. And they do it. They believe in that thing. So number one, ignore content. Don't teach people about content. Number two, ignore consistency. Make them totally flaky, totally flexible, totally agile. And you got to trust the process. You got to trust the audience and do things like that. And that is all I tell them. I tell them, if you are a trainer, I evaluate you not based on your presentation skills. By the way, that is item number 3. Most Train the Trainer courses teach you how to use PowerPoint slides, how to make sure there are not more than 7 lines and not more than 6 words per line. And I got a better approach. Don't use PowerPoint slides. So thinking presentation skills is not the same as training skills. Presentation skills is counterproductive. Presentation skills, the focus is on you. To me, the focus should be on you. I don't want to be a presenter. When somebody asks you tomorrow what happened, and who was the guy, you'll have to say, I don't know. By the way, I did take a presentation skills course, and I'm happy to report I flunked the course. They did not give me certificate. They said, you got a funny accent. I said, so does Peter Sellers. He's a good, slick presenter. Don't hire him. Anybody who is a subject matter expert, don't hire him. Anybody who can do consistent things, don't hire him. This is my approach to selecting, training, brainwashing trainers. Okay, one of the rules we have is, by the way, do you guys know when, this is for real, when this workshop comes to an end, when this session comes to an end? No, it comes to an end when you drop dead. And very seriously, one of the things I truly believe in, especially in topics like this, you are going to be a true lifelong learner, because we are preaching the gospel of academic excellence. And basically what it means is we are going to be doing training design. How do we follow up? We have a web page. We create a community. And we have a website, and please visit our website. It is tyagi.com. I'm not selling anything, and it has 2,000 pages of, let me shut up and say, anybody been to my website recently? Can you give me a pitch? Have I ever seen you before?
No.
No, okay.
There's one for games. There's a page, and then you go there and there's bazillions of pages of games. There's
Good.
Okay.
So that's a technical term. So, gazillion pages of game, and all of them are free. But if you are affluent, have more money than sense, you can buy my books. And there are a collection of these games. So that's one area. And every month, I send out a newsletter. And that newsletter contains a lot of faster, cheaper, better approaches, facilitation techniques and tricks. And actually, it's an online newsletter, and it is free.